Out in my 2018 22 RBS. It's just a small slide out with a dinette in it. It's a through frame electric slide. So the slide out box is sitting here in the big hole in the trailer, sitting on the wear bar on the edge of the trailer floor. Underneath there's an actuator that's driven by an electric motor that drives a screw, Acme screw, a threaded rod to push the actuator in and out, and that's attached to the outside wall, the slide out over on that corner underneath, and that's what actually provides the motive force for the slide to go in and out. There's also two arms that have a toothed rail underneath that ride on a gear, and that gear for each arm is connected with a common shaft, so it keeps the slide out from getting cockeyed as it goes in and out. It keeps it synchronized. So that's what makes the slide out go in and out, just that actuator pushing it. And it's got this fascia board all around it. Right now it's part of the way in. So there's the part of the slide out roof. It's part of the way in. It's got a little trim piece here. Just kind of cupped, so any rain that gets in this way will hit that and slide out all the way down and out the bottom instead of leaking in through here. And then it's got a double seal here. So it's got an inner and an outer seal. There's the outer seal. So if you go outside, that's the one on the outside. And this is screwed into the frame of the trailer when the opening for the slide out. It's got a bulb seal here on the inside, so when the slide out's all the way open, this fascia board here is up tied against here, and that's what seals it. The whole slide out is just sitting on this wear bar right here. A little piece of plastic. It's 1 inch wide by about 3/4 inches high, and it's sitting just inside the edge of there's the wall, so it's sitting just inside the opening where the slide out fits, and the whole slide out just sits on top of that. It's just made out of plastic, and the slide out floor rides on top of that. If you look underneath when it's out, you'll see that black tarp like material. It's called Darko, and that's all it is. It just rides, it just slides back and forth on this piece of plastic wear bar. And I don't know if you can see, but you can see there's a little bit of wear, maybe. Yeah, not really. But that's why the Darko gets worn, because it's just a tarp, and it's just sliding on this plastic bar here in and out every time you move the slide. So that's what caused the Darko material to wear on the outside and rip and fray. And the other thing I wanted to show you is underneath the slide out. So right now it's just part of the way in. So that's the slide out floor. I got a good finger and a half worth of distance between the bottom of the slide out floor and the floor of the trailer. Carpet. There's a piece of Reflectix insulation sitting on there. But the slide out floor is just barely sitting on that wear bar, so it's only like 3/4 of an inch above the floor of the trailer. And so when it goes in and out, you'll see. So right now it's part of the way in. I'm going to bring it in some more. So as it comes in more, right now the actuator rod is pulling in on the bottom. So the bottom's going to pull in, the top is going to tip out a little bit until it gets about halfway. And then it's like a teeter-totter on that wear bar. So once it gets about halfway in, a little farther, the top will start to tip in, and the bottom will be out, so it'll tip in. So let's watch. So they bring it in. See the floor, how it's getting closer down there. Tips way in there. So let's stop it right there. And it's not quite all the way in yet. But if you go down here and look on the floor now, you can see it's actually riding on the floor of the trailer right now as it tips in. So if there's any dirt or stones or anything there, it's gouging. It'll just dig them right into the floor and ruin your floor. So that's why it's important to clean the floor. I mean, it's literally sliding on the floor right now as it tips in. And then as we bring it all the way in, as the top of the slide out outside gets tight, it pulls it tight on the outside and pulls the bottom in, and it tips the bottom back up. So now we have our nice gap again, a finger and a half. And as you can see, there's no support under the slide out. That's why they say don't step in it when it's in, because you actually break the floorboard. Just OSB. There's nothing to hold it up while it's in. See how it's bouncing. That's why you don't want to wait. You don't want to store a bunch of heavy stuff in there either. So that's kind of what it looks like, and you can see the whole roof of the slide out is in here. The seals are all flipped in. I do have a slide topper on, so my slide out roof stays pretty clean. There's the other end of the wear bar on this side. I've put my own version of slide skis on, and then when I put the trim back on, I put some Eternabond tape all on the edge to seal it up good so water doesn't get in there. There's the back side of that fascia board with that molding here. So that's how the slide out works from the inside.